The Vagina Monologues is one of the most popular plays in contemporary theatre. It was written in 1996 by Eve Ensler, and since then, it has been staged thousands of times all over the world, from Sarajevo to Johannesburg to Singapore and Manila. It has even been staged in Antarctica. The play deals with a variety of topics relating to women, such as sex, love, menstruation, and masturbation. Come October, the Vagina Monologues will be staged by Singapore theatre company Zebra Crossing. But today at Razor TV, two members of the cast and the director will give you a taste of what's to come.
Memory. December 1988, 5 years old. My mama tells me in a scary, loud, life-threatening voice to stop scratching my coochie snorcher. I've become so terrified that I've scratched it off down there. I do not touch myself again, not even in the bath. I put plasters over my coochie to prevent things from entering me, but they fall off in the water. I imagine a stopper, a bathtub plug up there to prevent things from entering me. I wear 3 pairs of Care Bear cotton underpants underneath my pajamas. I want to touch myself sometimes, but I don't. Memory. 7 years old. Edgar, who is 10, punches me with all his might between my legs. Oh my God, it feels like he breaks my entire self. I limp home and I can't pee. My mama asks me, "What's wrong with your coochie snorcher?" And when I tell her what Edgar did to me, she says, "Never let anyone touch you down there again." I try to explain to her, "Mama, he didn't touch it. He punched it." Memory. 9 years old. I play on the bed, bouncing and falling, and impale my coochie snorcher on the bedpost. Oh my God. I make high-pitched screaming noises that come straight from my coochie snorcher's mouth. I get taken to the hospital where they sew it up from down there from where it's been torn apart. Oh my God.
Thank you. Elizabeth Tan, everyone.
Elizabeth Tan, with a coochie snorcher.
Well, welcome to Razor Pop, where we give you the latest in pop culture and entertainment. Today we're talking about the Vagina Monologues, a new production that's being staged by Zebra Crossing.
That's right.
We have the director, Loretta Chen.
Hi.
As well as 2 actresses from the Vagina Monologues, Lok Lupin and Elizabeth Tan.
Yes.
Now, it's a 1996 play, is that right?
That's right.
By Eve Ensler,
Yes.
and it's gained a sort of a cult status among theatre practitioners everywhere. Why stage it again?
Why stage again? Well, I think I first read the play in 2001, and then I subsequently watched it, and I realized that it was a really, really powerful text. I remember then as a postgrad student, I read it, watched it, and I said, you know what, I would love to do this play because it has so much, it allows for so much for actors to develop and interpret. And also, if you read the script, there are no directions. So it really allows you to interpret and really analyze it whatever way you want. It's a real playground for actors and directors. So I first used it as a teaching tool when I was working with my student actors. And gradually I realized it allows me as a director so much room to explore. And also I think a lot of the issues that they discuss is very relevant, that Eve Ensler brings up is very relevant.
Relevant to like a Singapore audience or Asian audience?
Absolutely.
Do you think?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think the actors can probably tell you a bit more.
As you saw,
Yeah.
it's like the excerpt from the monologue.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, it appeals to anyone with, you know,
With
so,
a-
yeah,
you know.
so, or without.
All without.
Yeah,
All who
yeah,
loves one.
All who loves one, yeah.
I don't
to
have
have
one.
one.
Yeah,
Should I watch it?
Oh, absolutely.
Of course, you know, it's part of human nature. You know, you have, it's talking all about womanhood and about how we feel about it, and also about our relationships with other people when it concerns
Right.
women.
If Ansela, the playwright, says that the play celebrates the V, how does it celebrate the V?
We all look at Dr. Look.
We
How does
Dr.
it
Look.
celebrate?
I only look at mouth.
You only look at.
She's a dentist. Dr. Look's a dentist.
This is the other end.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it gives a platform to air all the myths and debunk the myths about the V.
What is okay? Tell me. I mean, what is the one thing that perhaps men don't understand about the V that the play sets out to, correct any misconception about the V?
One thing is a lot of things. They
A lot of things. I mean, what do we not understand about the V?
I think most times we think that we even have to do this, because I think most times we associate it with being vulgar or being, or being profane. But actually, I think part of Vagina Monologues is kind of exploding these myths and also showing that it is part of our human nature. Not just that, but I think it explores issues that are relevant that I wanted to highlight, like domestic abuse, violence, rape, assault. But it also explores the more noble parts of being women, such as being a mother. And it's and I actually used one of the scenes, I was there in the room, as my finale piece, celebrating motherhood. And the fact that I think much as we sometimes forget, I mean, is where we all sort of pass through. I mean, it is life itself. It is life-giving, and I think we sometimes forget that. And I think that play sort of really brings that message home. Yeah.
Well, as actresses, do you come to a better understanding of your sexuality, your femininity, your V through the course of rehearsing the play and learning the lines?
I don't think it's coming more to terms with or learning more about it. I think everyone knows about it. It's just that no one really talks about it. Knows about the good things, the bad things, the things we experience. Not just to do with this, but to do with things associated with this. So
Okay.
I think it's just bringing to light, making it aware, making it a comfortable subject, as opposed to, oh my God, are we going to talk about this? It's not. We don't want to make it a taboo subject.
It's not a biology class. I
Yeah.
think a lot of the scenes we explore, of course, issues of sexual desire, longing, issues of loss, guilt, pain. But there's some scenes that are really meaningful. Like I said, there are scenes of, like for example, Elizabeth is in one, which actually explores sexual abuse as a child. But she actually finds salvation. And actually, what I try to do is also to make it very relevant and contemporary by actually bringing in contemporary statistics of an abuse and an assault that actually happens in Singapore that we sometimes don't see or don't hear. Yeah.
Okay. I remember when I was a theatre student, and I had to pretend to be a cloud that was drifting to the sky.
A tree, a seed,
Yeah.
glowing.
Or a tree swaying in the wind.
Yes.
When
Do
you
we still
guys
do
were
it?
doing Vagina Monologues, did you have to pretend to
be a big...
a V?
I think she had. No. That's why she's not talking about. She's been traumatized by the whole experience.
She dressed up as a mascot, actually. But no.
I'm just a decoration here.
It was just a decoration.
Yeah, the dog.
Blending in.